wanted me to ask. We would like to know who is actually financing this whole project for Mr. Juba.
At the present time, we do not know who financed Mr. Juba. All I know, at 4:30 this afternoon, I talked to Randy Garcia, owner of the Alamo. He said Mr. Juba has a earnest money put up. That the 1st of May, he called him and said his rent would start, told him his rent factor, and Mr. Juba said the rent would be paid tomorrow. Now there are some billing codes. There are some billing codes that he has to meet before he can open. He does have to reinstate his license, so he's got a little bit of work to do before he can open. But his rent is paid, or will be paid tomorrow. And he's on a 30-day lease, 30 days at a time. He doesn't have a long-term lease, and that's what they put him on. And to be quite honest with you, the owner of the Alamo Mall didn't think that this would be a long-lasting procedure.
My name is Robert DeChola, and I'm the president of Odessa Little League Football. We have, everybody's still here, and the TV cameras are gone, so that must mean we must stick together. I mean, they just kept going as we were boring. They just kept taking their microphones. I was watching them leave. So apparently we all got something to stick up for. We do have a lot of youth groups in our town. But the problem is some of our kids are lazy. And as parents, we don't make them do stuff like our parents did. If you don't like football, Park and Rec has several different things, or they need to learn that once you get to that age where you're out of school, you don't have to be on probation to volunteer to do stuff. There's so much to do, and Mr. Johnson, I believe, as you said, I'm going to call him, because there's so many people that don't do what they say. Oh yeah, I'll come help you. There's always 10 people that do all the Odessa Little League football. Yeah. A lot of you guys know me around and they see me, but it's always the same people over and over and over that does everything. And they drop their kids off, and until something major happens like this, it brings us together, and we need to stop that. Right. I mean, as a community, just because, I think somebody said earlier, just because they're not your kid, that doesn't mean they don't need help. You see a kid walking around all the time, stop and ask them, what's wrong? Or, need something to do, or, pay them $10 to cut your grass, or just talk to them. We got to stick together, guys. Thank you.
My name is Jessica Mantagna, and I drove up here from Clinton. I'm a friend of Amy's. And I have been on the phone all day trying to find out where he's getting the financial backing. So I've been making calls all over the nation, and I talked to somebody in Pennsylvania who's trying to put together a bunch of information that they have right now that he's being financially backed by the National Socialist Party. So that information should be coming to me, and I'll be forwarding it on to whoever, probably Amy. Right. And they've been tracking him for some time. Not only that, but other leaders of the Socialist Party, I don't know if his friend's still here, but this organization has records on those people as well, who include convicted pedophiles and people with felony burglary charges and that sort. So the information is out there. People have been tracking his movements this whole time, and the nation is ready to step up and do whatever you guys need to help. You just have to ask for it. So that's all I have to say.
I know I was already up here one time, but there was something that I failed to do. We hear a lot of people coming up here talking about and talking to the adults, and we hear people talking at the kids, but nobody has ever talked to the kids. How many of us in this that has gone to school here has ever heard myself or any of your teachers say the adult is in charge? Raise your hand, please. If you are an adult and you remember that saying, I'm the mama, you're not my mama, raise your hand. How many of us, the kids, I'm talking 21 and under, get tired of adults telling you where to go, what to say, how to dress, what to do, this and this and this? You feel like you don't have any power. But let me tell you one thing right now. You do have the power. You have all of the power of this city. I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor, but the kids have more power than what you do right now and what any of this city will have. If you are against this, children, the way that you can stop it is by not supporting it and talk to your friends. I agree that we do need things in the city. I do believe that half the reason why kids are in my room, I'm the behavior interventionist, and why I'm dealing with a lot of these kids is because they have nothing. They get bored and they get in trouble. I'm only 21. I know 3 years ago when I got bored, I was in trouble. I was looking for trouble. I had to have something. I live in Lexington. Most people know there wasn't nothing for the kids there. And there's very little for them to do here. We as a town, as the adults, have to get something for our kids. But kids, you have the power to shut this place down if you are against it. Don't just go to school talking about, oh, I can't stand it, this and this and this and this, and start fights or arguments among other people that may want to go and see what it's about. But you have all of the power. You have more power than this man sitting up here calling himself the mayor has right now. You have to stop this, and it's only you kids that can stop it, and that's all I have to say.
On that note, use Facebook. Whoever's sitting outside that club picketing, because I know some of you will, take pictures of who's going in, tag them on Facebook, let their parents know. Make it known. Reach out to each other. Reach out and educate each other. That's all right. I'm done now.
Hello, my name's Cody. I'm going to say, he should know what the statistics are. So what does he really want from us? What does he want from us? He should know that this business is not going to last. So what does he want from us? Us kids. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Folks, this guy's not here to make money. You know, he's here to indoctrinate your children. And listen, here, the problem's not with you Odessa kids, is because I know these Odessa parents are here tonight and they're going to take care of those kids. The problem we've got is the kids that's going to come up here from Pleasant Hill,
Yes.
the kids that are going to come from Lawrenceburg, and the kids that are going to come from Oak Grove and Green Valley because of the location of this. That's the problem we've got, and to shut this thing down. And if it does get open, which I hope it doesn't, and I don't believe that he's going to be able to open this up. But if this does happen, then we need to, we have a force here, and we need to get together, and we need to put the task force together, just like what happened in Bate City a couple years ago, and you can shut this thing down, and I know you can because we did it in Bate City. Thank you.